Everyone loves it. Any time I ride past a school and there's loads of kids around, there's always at least one that wants me to rev, and I always do, just because I don't want to disappoint them. I don't actually know if that camera is looking at me or looking too far down. I've got no fucking idea. So anyway guys, how you doing? Again, I'm out enjoying this fucking weather because I've just done 8 nights in a row at work, and that's 8 nights of doing 8 hours of manual fucking labour, constant lifting, pretty much an 8-hour workout every day for 8 days. Oh man, I'm fucked. My back's fucked, my fucking shoulder's fucked, because some of you might remember a few years ago, well, a couple of years ago, well, a year ago, I told you about a big crash I had about 3-4 years ago now, where I shattered my collarbone into tiny little pieces, and it's fucked itself again. It keeps popping out its socket, I keep popping it back in. I fucked the muscles up around my shoulder blade the other night, and it's just fucking killing me. But on the upside, I've now got 2 nights off work, so I can go out and do this. I had 6th gear. Bollocks. I don't know how I forgot. This is the only bike I've ridden for a year and a half, apart from like a quick blast on someone else's bike, but even that had 6 gears. Wow, I'm not with it today. Fucking missed a shift. Jesus. Like I said, I've done 8 nights in a row. I slept for about 4 or 5 hours each day, so man, I'm fucked. Everything hurts, my brain ain't working. Probably shouldn't be riding. Fuck it. I'll tell you what, the bike is feeling fantastic now. If you remember a couple of videos at FM. Fuck! I can't fucking talk. If you remember a couple... Oh, I didn't get the polish off of that bit, damn. If you remember a couple of videos ago, I told you that my rear brake was sticking. Like, it was constantly on the whole time. Well, I finally took it down to John at GJD. He pulled the caliper apart. It turns out it really badly corroded. Like, the actual caliper and everything in it was corroded to fuck. So I did a bit of research and found out that is a common problem with these bikes. But he took it apart, cleaned it all up, greased everything. Okay. And it feels like I've had it de-restricted. It's accelerating so much better. Its top speed's higher, because it doesn't have that constant drag at the back wheels slowing me down. So, oh man, it's nice.
Great success.
And coming into summer now as well, or spring. To me, this feels like summer. This is how I remember summer. It's lovely. So there's a little bit of a chill in the air, just from the wind, but fuck it, I don't care. It's dry, the sun is hot, and there's grip, and that is what I like. I like grip. That car is exactly where I want to be, where I go around this turn. It's on my fucking line. Okay, not anymore. But anyway, for the last 8 nights, well, about a week ago, I decided, right, I'm doing 8 nights in a row. I'll piss my neighbours and everyone between my house and my work off enough. 3-4 nights in a row, going to work and back without a baffle. So I thought, fuck it, I'll put the baffle back in for this 8-night stretch, just to be a bit more considerate to people. So I put the baffle back in, Well, the bike didn't like the baffle. It really didn't like the baffle. Now this is what my baffle looked like originally. The little bit at the end, like the little circular plate with the 3 prongs, Black Widow say that's there to give it an extra bit of noise dampening, but it can be cut off and removed, so it's got 3 different noise levels. It's got no baffle, fucking loud, full baffle, very quiet, or you can chop the end bit off and have it slightly louder than very quiet, but nowhere near as loud as how it is now. So it's got 3 different levels. The other day I was sitting at home and I thought, I wonder what it would sound like if I chopped the bit off at the end, because I don't really like the sound of this exhaust with the baffle in. It sounds a bit tinny. It sounds quite 125-ish, and I don't like that. People already think my bike's a 125. I don't need to give them another reason. I mean, at least now they can hear it and think, that ain't a 125. But with the baffle in, it just confuses everyone, because I've got no stickers that say 390 anymore. So, and actually, even when I had the stickers that said 390cc, I still had people come up to me and say it was really nice for a 125, and they wish they had a 125 like this when they were that young. Mate, it's a 390. Does a 125 sound like this? Does it really? What 125s have you been hanging around? But anyway, I wonder what it would sound like if I took it out. Maybe I should do that. But then I thought, actually, no, I don't really want to, because once I chop that bit off, I can't put it back together. So if I don't like it, it's permanent and I'm stuck with it. So I decided against it and thought, fuck it, I'll leave it how it is. That was yesterday morning, actually. Now last night when I went to work, I thought, hang on, that sounds wrong. It sounded like there was a bit of metal flapping about a little, like hitting things. Didn't think much of it, because I was on the way to work and I couldn't be asked to do anything. But got to the morning, I thought, right, I'm off work for 2 days now. I'm going to take my baffle out before I go home, just so I can enjoy the sound of my bike again. So, in the underground car park at work, I've got my tools out. Well, I got a pair of pliers and an Allen key, and undid the bolt, took the baffle out. Now, as I was wiggling the baffle around to get it out, I heard something fall down my exhaust. It sounded like a bit of metal bouncing down my link pipe. So I got my phone out, put the torch on, shone the torch down there, had a look, couldn't see anything. So again, for a moment I didn't think anything of it. Don't know why, but I didn't. But then I looked at my baffle. Well, what's left of my baffle? Stay in your lane. Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah, I looked at what was left of my baffle. This is what was left. Now let's put those pictures side by side for a second. Yeah, that bit that I thought about chopping off, fucking melted off. The 3 prongs that hold it on had melted and fallen off. So yeah, less than 24 hours after thinking, I wonder what it would sound like if I took that off, the bike decided to do it for me. Now, I'd heard people tell me, oh yeah, I put the baffle in my exhaust once, but part of it got melted. Like my exhaust is so hot, it was trying to spit so many flames that it actually melted part of my baffle. And I always stood there and thought, yeah, of course it did, mate, whatever. That's what everyone does. When someone says, oh yeah, my baffle was melted by my exhaust, everyone just thinks, no, you're just trying to show off. You're just trying to make your bike sound more powerful or better in some way. Now, I didn't believe that you could melt part of your baffle until this morning when my baffle fell apart. Now, the upside is I can still use the baffle, but it's now on the medium noise level. Now, the only way I can think that that would happen is it can't be just pressure, although this exhaust that I've got on here was made for the Duke 200 because I bought it before Black Widow made an exhaust for this bike. They now do make an exhaust for this bike, which is very annoying, because it means people with this bike have now got the same exhaust as me, and the reason I liked it was unique. No one in the world had got this exhaust on this bike. It was special. And then all of a sudden Black Widow turned around and went, yeah, you're not that special, we're making them for that bike now. And I've seen pictures of it, and on these bikes I'm like, okay, I'm slightly depressed. I'm not special anymore. Well, to be fair, my mummy does say I'm special. But yeah, because this exhaust is made for a smaller CC engine, I think the pipe, well, I know the pipes are a bit smaller, because I had to chop and weld the mid pipe to actually get it to fit over the down pipe. So there's a lot more pressure in this exhaust than there would be in the actual one made for this bike. And I always know that wasn't going to be brilliant. I mean, you've got a lot more pressure in there than you should have. So when I put the baffle in, I know there's fucking loads of pressure in there, because that baffle does a hell of a job. But there's no way the pressure alone could do that to a baffle. So when people were telling me, oh yeah, my exhaust was trying to spit so many flames with the baffle in that it melted my baffle, yeah, that does actually happen. Because I know this exhaust does actually spit flames. Not a lot, but quite a lot. A good amount. So what must have been happening was this exhaust was still trying to split the split. So I was thinking I might have the lane split. But no, the exhaust was trying to spit flames with the baffle in. But because the baffle was in, the flames didn't have anywhere to go. Because the main purpose of that little metal plate that was on there was to stop the flames coming out. I believe. It's one of the things I've been told. So all the flames that were trying to escape my exhaust were getting trapped inside the can. So the actual can itself was heating up, there was flames going around inside of it. Those thin little metal prongs couldn't take it anymore, and they just melted. Oh shit, that was a red light. Fuck, okay, I accidentally just ran a red light. Fuck, I always forget those are part-time signals, so at certain times of the day they're normal traffic lights, but at other times it's just a normal roundabout where there's no traffic lights, you just give way to the right. So I was not expecting those traffic lights to be working. I don't go through steepness at this time of day. I'm normally asleep. So I was just giving way to the right, and as I looked over, as I turned my head back to the left as I was moving, I realised that, oh fuck, it was a red light. I hope there wasn't a camera there. Or a police car. Bollocks. But anyway, yeah, my bike is too powerful for a baffle. If I ever get pulled over and the police officer says, why don't you have a baffle in, sir? Do you think I'll get away with saying, really sorry officer, I did put a baffle in there, but it was melted by my exhaust. This bike's just too powerful to have a baffle in, officer. I am so sorry, I can't do anything about it. Do you think I'll get away with that? I can't fucking believe I went straight through that red light. I honestly can't believe I did that. That's only the second time in my life that I've ever jumped to red. And I should say I've never done it on purpose. I've never gone up to a light and gone, I ain't fucking stopping, I'm going. But it was when I was riding in London for the first time, I didn't know where I was going, so I was looking down at my phone for the sat-nav to find out where I was going, and I just went straight through a red light. Luckily there was nothing coming. And that time I just really weren't expecting that shit. You could have gone so many times. It's still there, my god. But I really wasn't expecting there to be a red light there, so whoops. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope no one judges me for jumping that red, because, oh, you know what, fuck it, judge me for it, I don't care. That was entirely my fault, I should have been looking. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. I've just noticed that camera's at a slight angle. Fuck. You've had a slightly wonky view the whole time. Anyway, bye bye.